Hi Yusuf, so good to see you back after so long. There are a lot of people who have been missing for the past few weeks in between, and I'm happy to see all of them back today. So, with that, let's begin with the session today. Today's session is about persuasion, the skills which are required to persuade people. Because at the end of the day, in every role that you play, be it in your corporate career, be it as a student, be it as a son, be it as a mother, be it as a father, in every role that you play, persuasion is what drives the role that you're playing. Because a lot of times we are off the hook, not able to do things or get the other person to do things which matter to us, or not able to convince the other person of doing what is right or what you believe in. Here's one very big challenge in persuasion is the fact that it has to be ethical, not because you have your ulterior motives, but because what is right, but what because what you think and what you want to be what you want the other person to do is the right thing to do, not only because what you want it to be done. Understand, we are not talking about ethical here. What we're talking about is the skill sets which are required in a way in which you can convince or you can persuade others to think or act in a certain way. And for that, what we have today is we have a small kind of a role play or activities or uh, topics that we'll be giving to you, wherein we'll be playing with each other, and you'll be playing a role through which you will be given an idea of what you are going to do. So, just to give you an example, if I am a professor and I'm seeing that a lot of people's videos are off, how do I persuade them to keep their videos on?
Hmm.
Rabia, you are not the right person to talk right now.
Okay,
You have to switch on your video first.
that is the biggest problem right now.
Okay. Yusuf sir, any possibility of switching on your video? Fawad Hasanuddin sir. See, the first thing changes. Akansha has switched on her video. You pull the leg of someone else and someone else's effect comes up. The beauty of persuasion is that you have an ability to convince someone else into doing something which they were not willing to. Here, I'm not sure what Akansha or the reason why she did it or why Fawad just switched on the video and switched it off. Whatever is happening, the idea is each one of us have a ability or will need to build skills through which we can convince people into doing something which they were not doing. And the reasoning could be different and the style of persuasion can be different. As they say, there's a very Aristotle, the famous the historian, who had this simple idea which he proposed 2000 years ago, that there are three basic techniques of persuasion. One is, there are three words to it. The three words are the three words are ethos, pathos, and logos. Ethos basically mean you persuade by credibility. You persuade by the content you have. So today, if someone comes online and posts a video of how you can survive COVID, if he's talking just like me, to begin with, will you start listening to me? Yes, no. Don't look at me as such. If today, suppose Akansha starts, nobody knows who Akansha is or who Kushi is. If you just switch on a video and you go Facebook Live and start talking about how you can survive COVID, will others listen? But, if someone is wearing a doctor's coat and sitting in a cubicle and talking about how to survive COVID, will you listen? Will you listen? That is what we are talking of. How credibility is added if the same person is talking about something different, something about wearing a doctor's coat. If I talk about rocket science, will you be listening to me? No. Reason why in a Dettol ad You see the same actor in 5 different ads, and still that same actor wearing a coat sells that Dettol. You think that it's a doctor who's selling it. It's a doctor who's trying to convince you. That is the power of ethos. Persuasion through the position or the credibility that you have created as an authority. First step is that. Second, emotional, wherein we are talking of the pathos. One of the very easiest and the most cruel way of influencing people is through emotions, is to play through the emotions to get across a message. The same COVID message, if a survivor of COVID comes across to you almost in a deadly position and tells to you of how his life is impacted, how the life of the people surrounding him is impacted. Look at that ad that you see in the movie halls before the movie. Tambaku. Look at how my mother's bangles were sold. Look at how my life has been devastated. The emotional angle of it is what is at play there. And that is what we have to understand, where we are using the idea of pathos. And finally, logos, where we are talking of logic and reasoning, where 1 plus 1 equal to 2. If you do this, you'll get this. That is where we are talking of logos. So here, all this is not a class about theory, anyways. I just want to tell you the idea behind persuasion. There's a science behind it. And once we are completed with the activities that we have in play today, I'll share with you the 6 principles of persuasion. 6 principles through which, irrespective of the role that you're playing, you could be a student, you could be a teacher, you could be a father, you could be a brother and sister, of how you're trying to persuade the other person through either of these 6 principles is what is going to make you is what's going to build your persuasion skills, and that is what will help you succeed in the long run in any field. Because at the end, we don't live our life as an individual, we lead our life in a community, in a society where we are trying to influence people, where we are trying to make a change in other people. And when change is required, the first thing is that the other person has to be convinced that this is something that I want to do. And that's where persuasion skills come into the picture. So with that, let's begin with the session today. Uh, the session today is about a few activities. Don't correlate this completely to selling or purely persuasion in the real world, but the fact that how do you set your idea into the other person's brain, and how do you sell the idea that you have in your mind to the other person is what we are talking of today. So the idea what I'll be doing is I'll be picking up anyone. I'll be picking up one more person. So it'll be a game of two, wherein one person will be playing a role of either a father or a mother or a salesperson or any role that I'll be talking of in the context, and the other person will be told to convince this person. So as an example, let's talk of.
Video and audio was paused.
I'm really
We
sorry.
couldn't hear you.
Am I audible now?
Now you are audible.
Okay, there was some internet disconnection happened. Yeah, okay. So what we'll be doing is I'll be sharing a context or a setup wherein there'll be two people who will be interacting, and let's see how one person is able to persuade or put across the idea that he has to convince the other person on, and see how the other person does, whether he's convinced or not, whether the other person is convincing him back. So let's go to the first context. The first context that we have for today is Rabia.
Oh my God. Okay.
Pranati?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Pranati, the situation for both of y'all is Rabia is a diabetic patient,
God forbid.
and Pranati, God forbid, obviously. These are situations, these are hypothetical situations. Don't get in too much into detail. Pranati, you are a confectionery seller. You have to sell dairy milk to Rabia. But the context? Rabia, कोई बात नहीं है,
Just a
but
minute,
that's
please.
okay. That's okay. That's okay.
I'm in the role, please. I have to speak. After some time, you may come. Go. Go. Yeah.
Okay, चलो बच गया आज के लिए. Okay, so Pranati, you are selling a chocolate, and your livelihood depends on whether that chocolate will be sold or not. And Rabia, you're diabetic. All the best.
Poor soul. Can't have it in spite of knowing
Rabia, go
that.
ahead. Rabia, go ahead. Sorry, Pranati, Rabia,
He
go
has
ahead.
to start. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who is supposed to start? Pranati, right?
Pranati, unmute yourself.
Like my situation is that I should like sell this chocolate in the way that she should be convinced of how I.
She should take it. She should take it.
All right. I would probably tell.
No, you are telling it to her.
You
Rabia,
are
she's
speaking
listening.
to me
You're
directly.
speaking to
You just
Rabia
forget.
directly.
Both are there in the role. So you have to enact in the same manner.
Hello, Rabia.
Hi.
Hi. I have sanitized my hands. I've wore all the gloves, and I've tested COVID negative, and I've taken all the measures I have to take in order that the COVID is not actually passed. So I've taken all the measures that you should not get COVID, and I hope you would take this chocolate from me.
Well, I don't mind because the precautions what you have taken is really appreciating, I can say, in a present situation, as generally people are tend to forget the things what they're supposed to do it, because it started little long back, and in due course of time people are forgetting to sanitize themselves, to maintain the social distancing as such. But I'm happy that you are doing a good job about that particular task. But I'm really sorry to say, Pranati, I'm suffering from diabetics, and that is one of the reasons I may not be able to take the things what you're offering to me, though it is very, very favorite of mine, and I really love to have it day and night, in fact.
All right. I have two kinds of chocolates. One is which has like lots of fat and sugars in it, and another chocolate which has zero fat and it's super beneficial for your health, and it's something Ayurvedic. So I think that you should take something Ayurvedic and make yourself something. Make a favor to yourself and take the chocolate from me. I'm giving you two choices. You can take the Ayurvedic one, but not the sweet chocolate. So it's even good for your diabetes, and I think it's good for you to take my chocolate, which is like Ayurvedic, and good for your health too, madam.
Okay, that is a news for me. I can say that's really good. If it is going to help me out in that manner, then both the things will be satisfied. Like the desire for me to have chocolates, as well, it is going to work out like a medicine. So it's not a big deal for me. I can say I can just give a try for it. I hope it will work out for me. And it's really nice to see you that you have brought something as a gift for me, a medicine in a form of a gift. Thank you.
Yes.
You want to have the cake and you want to keep it too. Wonderful. Wonderful, both of you all. Now, look
Thanks.
at when we talked about, I know I mentioned that it's a chocolate. I did mention it's a chocolate, but you could refer to that as a sugar-free chocolate. You could be talking like Pranati, twisted the story of chocolate to being something which is sugar-free.
As per the situation, she changed it.
She
Right.
changed that.
It's just comparing, and human psychology is like they go for things which is like much more beneficial. That's the reason I took something Ayurvedic. Yeah.
Interesting perspective, Pranati. I think that's where she got into the detail, the general perception. With most of the discussions that we have at a generic level or at the peripheral, we lose out on discussions in many aspects purely because we talk at the peripheral. Unless we get into the detail of things, like here, Pranati went into the detail that there are two variations of it. One is the normal chocolate, which is sugar filled, and the other one, which is sugar free. So here, in persuasion, in anything, any discussion that you're talking of, in your job, in your offices, in your schools, whenever you have a discussion where you're trying to persuade, when you persuade on the peripheral, on the generic thing, now I want to pursue my dream. That's it. What will happen? How will your parents respond? How will your parents respond? I don't want to do that job. I want to pursue that music career.
Firstly, they won't accept it that easy.
Why?
Because
Because
they feel
every other person talks about pursuing a
their
dream.
own ways. Yes, yes.
But when and how will you be able to convince them, or when will you be able to persuade them? When you get into the details that I've been doing this for so long, I've been learning the nitty-gritties of this art, and I've been in touch with a lot of people online, wherein I've seen a flourishing career. Look at these examples. These are people, the normal people who are having a YouTube channel or a music band. Look at how they're flourishing. If you want, I can get you to talk to them personally once to understand what are the possibilities in this career. If you leave it at I want to pursue my dream, मेरे को तो जो करना है वही करूंगा, बोलो. The situation will be something different. That is what we're talking on. Get into the detail. At the peripheral, it will be just an idea. At the detail, it will be a technique where you're trying to pursue it. And if you just want to be, like Rabia said, be your own boss, persuasion skills is not for you. You're just telling. Why?
Dictating the
There are a
terms.
lot of other things which come as a cost in this attitude of just telling, or just telling that I'll do what I want to. That's what we're talking. So next we have, let's take in a Khushi. By the way, welcome Mr. Chetan Gandhi. So good to see you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for coming and joining us today.
Yes, sir.
He's the owner of a Chanakya Institute in Pune. So thanks. We are honored that you're here today.
Thank you, sir.
Hopefully, we are looking forward to you participating in the session.
Yes.
Akanksha. Akanksha?
Yes.
Can you switch on your video? Okay. Now you have to sell Khushi a fairness cream. Think about it for maybe 10 seconds and then you can begin. Khushi, you can unmute yourself and
Yeah.
Akanksha will be talking to you.
Yeah. Something which really helps you a lot, and not only only for fairness, but it also helps to enrich your skin in many vitamins and all.
But I'm a person who believes natural beauty comes naturally rather than using products like a fairness cream or something.
But your skin still gets damaged due to the pollution outside and all the other things. So this cream would help you to remove the pollution, the inside pollution from your skin, and keep your skin fresh.
Okay. And agreed the fact that it will help me, like it will protect me against the pollution and everything. But I would rather go for a aloe vera or some natural thing rather than buying a product from the market and spending and then applying it. Like
You're spending for something useful, so it would be worth it. And aloe vera doesn't just remove everything, but this cream has all the other chemicals and all, which will be really helpful. We have already tested this, so we are sure about it.
okay, so since you recommend, I would think of buying it. Yeah.
Okay. Thank God Khushi didn't say give it for free to me. Okay, wonderful. Again, talking about what benefits will you have. Here it wasn't a case where she had a problem, but what are the benefits other than what you're presently having at this point in time is what we're talking of. That's where Akanksha tried to use that technique where she'd also talked about the benefits of whether and if you buy this product, what will you have? That's what we're talking of, another technique in which you're trying to pursue it. Next we have Akash. Chetanji.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you can call me Rahul. Akash is illiterate. You have to sell a book to him. Okay, not literally, he is literate. I know him personally, but
Okay.
Akash cannot read and you have to sell a book to him.
Audible.
Yeah. Hindi is also okay, most of the people can understand here.
Okay.
You're able to see Akash, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Hello,
the one on the
Akash.
left. Yeah.
Hello, Akash.
Hi.
So, as you are not able to read and write, illiterate, as counselor
मुझे
said.
कुछ पढ़ना नहीं आता है।
ओके, तो आप लेकिन आप हिंदी समझते बराबर?
हाँ, हिंदी थोड़ा बहुत समझ में आ जाता है।
ओके, तो मेरे पास ऑडिबल मतलब ई बुक है, ऑडिबल। आपको बस सुनना है, जो बुक है उसका व्हाट डू यू से, एक ऑडियो रिकॉर्डिंग है, मतलब बुक का सारा सारांश उस ऑडियो में, ऑडियो क्लिप में। तो आपके लिए बढ़िया रहेगा अगर आप नहीं पढ़ सकते तो आप समझ सकते हैं, हिंदी समझ सकते हैं बराबर?
हाँ हाँ हाँ,
हाँ,
पर आजकल हिंदी में उतने सारे आते नहीं है।
नहीं मेरे पास है ना, मैं बोल रहा हूँ मेरे पास है।
1 सेकंड, सॉरी। हाँ, या
ओके।
नहीं, ये किस पे, मोबाइल से ऐप पे डाउनलोड करना पड़ता है, कैसे आता है ये? लाइक
जी हाँ, हमारा एक लिंक आपको मिलेगा,
हाँ
पासवर्ड मिलेगा, उससे आप डाउनलोड कर
हाँ
सकते हैं बराबर। उसका कॉस्ट देना पड़ेगा आपको, बाकी कुछ नहीं।
हाँ हाँ हाँ, पर मुझे कभी कभी सुनने में भी दिक्कत होती है, उतना बराबर सुनाई नहीं देता है।
ये तो बहुत कभी कभी ना, जब लाइन क्लियर होता है आप सुनिए। ठीक है, कभी कभी प्रॉब्लम है क्या नहीं? बराबर, तो कोई हर्ज नहीं, बराबर।
हाँ, जी जी, ठीक है, हिंदी में अगर आ रहा है तो मैं सुन लूंगा।
बिल्कुल, तो
ठीक
भेज दूं, आप लिंक मतलब गूगल पे पेटीएम कर दीजिए, तुरंत लिंक आ
ठीक
जाएगा।
है,
ओके।
ठीक ठीक है,
ओके।
मैं सुन के देखता हूँ, अगर अच्छा लगा तो फिर दे देता
नो
हूँ।
रिटर्न पॉलिसी।
Okay, wonderful, wonderful. चेतन जी, आपने तो टॉपिक को ही पूरा बदल दिया। मैंने बुक बेचने को बोला था, आपने लिटरली उसका ई बुक बना के ऑडियो फाइल बेच दिया है। Okay, if I were to tell that it was actually a book, if it was actually a book, Pranati
Can we
or
try?
Rabia, can you sell an actual book to Akash?
Okay.
Just giving it a
I'll
shot.
try. Yeah, I'll try my luck. Hello, Akash.
Hi.
Actually, I have got an encyclopedia with me, which is going to help you know to explore the world sitting at one place. And it is not only a matter of
1 second, 1 second. Yeah, I agree with you. I don't understand English में, I'm illiterate,
अच्छा
मेरे
ठीक है,
को इंग्लिश समझ में नहीं आती, हिंदी।
हाँ हाँ ठीक है, हिंदी में बता देती।
एनसाइक्लोपीडिया क्या है? हाँ,
एनसाइक्लोपीडिया होता है बुक्स का पूरा एक कलेक्शन होता है। आपको वॉल्यूम कहते हैं, जैसे सीरीज होता है ना, 1 2 3 4 5, बुक नंबर 1, बुक नंबर 2, बुक नंबर 3, ऐसे कहकर आपको स्टेप
अच्छा।
बाय स्टेप पूरे बुक्स रहते हैं, जिसमें एक सब्जेक्ट पर, एक टॉपिक पर पूरी डिटेल सब्जेक्ट के बारे में बताया जाता है। और उसमें जस्ट रीडिंग के लिए नहीं है, आपको रीडिंग का कोई प्रॉब्लम है तो कोई बात नहीं, लेकिन उसमें पिक्चर्स भी रहते हैं जो कि बहुत अट्रैक्टिव रहते हैं। आई होप यू लव टू सी द ब्यूटी ऑफ द नेचर लाइक, और पिक्चर्स विच इज मतलब जो पिक्चर्स होते हैं वो आपको अट्रैक्ट करेंगे। जो उसमें जो आप देखोगे उससे आपको आधी इंफॉर्मेशन मिल ही जाएगी, तो आप वो कोरिलेट कर सकते हो सारी चीजों को। आपको एक बार एक देखोगे तो उसको समझने की आप में इच्छा जागेगी। और जब आपको बोलते हैं ना, जहाँ इच्छा होती है, जहाँ राह चाह होती है, वहां पे राह होती है। तो आपका मन खुद इतना आपको उत्सुक करेगा कि आपका मन करेगा कि अरे मैंने ये देखा है तो ये है क्या, मैं इसे जानूं, इसे समझूं। तो उसके बाद
और
आप खुद अपने आप कुछ ना कुछ एक रास्ता इस सारी बुक्स में। तो
हाँ
उस
मैं
जब
आपकी
इन
बात
चीजों
से
के
एकदम
बारे में,
सहमत हूँ। नहीं, मैं आपकी बात से एकदम सहमत हूँ। अगर मुझे पढ़ने में दिक्कत है तो मैं
जी
पिक्चर देख सकता हूँ, पर पिक्चर देखने पर थोड़ा ही इंटरप्रेट होता है, पूरा समझ में नहीं आता है,
हाँ, तो
यानी
वो
पूरा
इच्छा आपको
करेक्ट
पिक्चर देखने के
इंटरप्रेट
बाद
नहीं कर
आएगी।
सकते।
जी हाँ, नहीं तो आप
सॉरी।
इंटरप्रेट जब ही कर पाओगे ना, कि जब आप देखोगे तो आपका मन करेगा कि ये आखिर है क्या। तो आपकी इच्छा जो जब जागेगी तो आपका मन करेगा कि मैं कुछ खुद अपने आप से समझूं, तो आप पढ़ना भी शुरू करोगे धीरे धीरे और समझना भी शुरू करोगे। तो
जी
इसमें
आपके
आपको 2 in 1 हो जाएगा कि आपको एक एनसाइक्लोपीडिया भी मिल जाएगा फॉर लाइफ टाइम, और आप जो है एक पढ़ने लिखने लगोगे, और अपने आप को आप कभी ये सबके सामने कहकर ये नहीं फील करोगे कि मैं सबसे अलग हूँ, मुझे पढ़ना नहीं आता, मैं सोसाइटी में तो रहता हूँ, मुझे सोसाइटी मूव करना है, क्योंकि आप एक सोशल एनिमल हो। आप अपने आप को आइसोलेट करके एक रूम में लॉक करके तो नहीं रखोगे जिंदगी भर। आप बाहर निकलोगे और हर आदमी के सामने आप अपने आप को ये तो नहीं कहोगे कि मुझे पढ़ना नहीं आता, जो बहुत ही एम्बैरेसिंग फील होगा आपको, कि आप सोचोगे कि लोग मेरे बारे में क्या सोचेंगे। तो आपको ये जो है ना आपकी ओके तो इसको हटाना होगा मन से। थैंक यू।
वंडरफुल
जी
वंडरफुल
जी
राबिया,
बराबर।
बराबर राष्ट्र में आकाश का बराबर आ गया। Okay, wonderful, wonderful. Nice approach to bringing about emotion, bringing about logic, and talking about how logically the book is a solution to every problem that he has. That's another good technique. Making the other person feel, making the other person feel that if you're not doing this, or if you're not able to do this, if you don't buy this book, or if you're not doing this, you're missing out on something. And that's where the seed is planted in the other person's mind. Not just about missing out on something, but also about the fact that what are the loss that he's going to face. Where you said in the last, you'll feel embarrassing, you'll feel lost out. You can't just be sitting inside the room. So you didn't just point out what is the benefit of it. You just also told about what is it that he's going to miss or lose from this not taking this proposition. Wonderful, Rabia. So let's go to Khushi. You were last time on the taking side or the giving side? Akansha.
Taking, sir. Yeah,
Okay,
Akansha
so
was telling it to me.
okay, Akansha. Now Khushi, you will be. Okay, Khushi. Chetan Gandhi is your father, and you are. No, he's not. Relax, guys. These are role plays. Don't react like that.
Yeah.
It's okay. So the rule is you are her daughter, and it's COVID time now. The lockdown has opened up, and you want to go on a solo or on a trip with your friends, so to some place nearby. And your father Chetan is worried that he doesn't want you to go. Chetan, Khushi, go ahead.
I'm definitely sure she'll convince me.
Okay.
Already जाके आई है क्या? Yeah. Okay,
No,
go
I
ahead.
haven't been. Yeah.
That's okay. Chetan, okay? Okay
Yes.
with the role, Chetan?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, Papa, this tomorrow, which is Sunday, it's been really long. We haven't actually been out, and owing to the COVID fact, but all of my friends, we've made a plan to go to a reservoir which is recently being developed in Hyderabad. It is one of the biggest reservoirs. So, could you please allow me to go tomorrow with my friends?
No, beta, I won't allow you to go because you are precious for me, isn't it? You see me working from home last 6 months. I've been working from home. So why don't you restrict yourself from going out for few more days or few more months? So this will lessen the risk. This will lessen the risk.
But Papa, I will take all the necessary precautions, sanitization, mask, and everything. It's just a matter of 3 to 4 months, right? So I mean, it's just a matter of 3 to 4 hours, and I'll be right back. So there's nothing to really be worried about. I'll take all the necessary precautions, and only 3 of our friends are going. So I don't think it's a big deal, and I'll make sure that I be safe.
So aren't you seeing the VVIPs in our country suffering from COVID? Don't you think that they would have taken the precautions, they would have missed the precautions. Despite being taking the precautions, they are suffering with COVID. Donald Trump, he was tested positive, isn't it? So don't you think that a slight mistake, slight error by you would make you COVID positive, isn't it?
Agreed,
The
Papa, that
risk
it's
is very
very
high. The risk is very high. So
agreed, Papa. It's very risky, but then it's been almost 8 months since we are caged at home. So either you take me somewhere out or allow me to
yeah,
go with
that
my
option
friends.
is fine. I'll take you out, but not Hyderabad, not with your friends. Okay, with family we can go out. That's fine. We live together, family. With family we can go in car, with our car outside. That's fine. Huh. But traveling with strangers, it's risky for you.
My friends are only my family, right? Just like how important how important you and mommy are for me.
Yes, yes.
Friends also play an important role in my life, right? So, but it's okay since I understand your concern for me. Let us only go somewhere out.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes. Thank
Only
you
the
so
family.
much for understanding my concern. Yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful, Chetan. Wonderful, Khushi. Chetan, you'll be a good father, and Khushi, you
A
can be a
good
better
daughter. I
friend,
have
I
a good
guess.
daughter, so I'm maybe in future.
Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, two things. Many a times, this is a real life situation that we see between a father and a daughter. These are situations that we actually face in reality, and many a times, because purely because of lack of persuasion skills, the relationships go sour. But it's because someone is a father and someone is a son, a daughter. They come back eventually, but there are many times certain things which go wrong just because of this environment, where in the way you as a daughter or you as a father are dealing and responding. Here, the same thing, Khushi, the way you said it, I can deal with it, or the way you presented your case to your father gave him opportunity to put across his point. The same logic, sometimes people often use this emotional angle, that it's been 6 months, it's really tiring, and I've spent a lot of time with you all, I love you all, but I think with all the precautions, we're just looking for spending some good time with friends, seeing my friends online on Zoom. It's been a long time, but you know, you have been here for 6 months and you also long to meet your friends. Just recently, last week, you had gone out for 3 hours with your father, with your friends. Can I also get a chance? Or on the father's perspective, same thing. When you're trying to convince, don't come convinced from the power of authority because you're the father. That's where the game needs to change. Where if you are a friend, that's where the perspective needs to change, where you're telling, like you added the point, you have to go out, right? Let's go with family. Let's go together. That was a wonderful perspective or nice twist that you added, with which you tried to use the very point that she said, 6 months, I've not been out. You said, 6 months, you have not been out. Let's go together. But we are family. Let's go. We all go together. That was a beautiful twist that you gave in. Many a times, father says, no. ना कह दिया ना ना वो कौन सा है अमिताभ वाला कह दिया ना बस कह दिया. So as an example, that is where relationships heal. They get a better opportunity of dealing with things and keeping the environment amicable. That's what negotiate or these persuasion skills are about, keeping the environment in an amicable way. The result will eventually be, Khushi, you're not going. That's it. It can be told in that way also. And it can also be told in the way Chetan said. I understand you have also been in house. Let's all go together. Let's take a break. We'll not get out of the car, but let's go out. Possibly that's a good solution. So all we're saying is, see how persuasion skills make a difference. Pragya, would you like to add something?
Hello, everybody, and I'm really sorry for being so late today. I was all caught up with the meeting since morning. Okay, so just a few points which I have learned from being in the marketing side of my job. When we talk about a pitch or a sale, It is more about getting into the mind of the person you're trying to sell it to. When we talk about persuasion, what we normally do is we think from our perspective as to how I would want to sell a particular thing to the other person. We try to convince them from the outlooks that we have. But when it is about convincing or selling any product, it can be selling your ideas, products, feelings, emotions, anything. We are selling every single moment, right? Even when we are talking to parents in jobs, we are selling something or the other. So it is about understanding the perspectives and the ideas, the interests that the person in front has. They say get into the shoes of the person you want to understand, but I feel it is all about getting into the mind of the person whom you're trying to sell. If you understand the kind of questions he's putting and where he is heading to, you will always have the right answers. When you go to your parents, you always know the next point which is going to come. Like Khushi right now knew that a no is going to come. So she had to design her points to turn that no to yes, right? And that's where you are getting into the mind of that person. When I used to go and try for, the sales things, for example, if you have to sell maybe a comb to a person who's bald, you know that the answer is going to be a no. So always find for the answer as to why. Why is this no? Because he feels that it is something which is not necessary for him. What you need to implant in the person's mind is, what if it's not necessary for you, but you have your loved ones? You might need it for your wife, for your daughter, for your son who has hair. You're just thinking for yourself right now, right? I love the idea, the way I think Rabia was talking about how the book is important. She actually tried to get into the mind of Akash, that because he isn't into books, he might be having that guilt or that kind of a perception that I'm not fit for this society.
Thank you.
My teacher who was into teaching us this sales always told one thing: you can play with three things when you are in sales. Either the fears. The insurance people are quite good with that, I'm sure. That's what they use. Second, the ideas, the perceptions that the person has, which means how does he perceive about himself? If the person is a very confident person, he feels that no, my decision is final. You have to make him feel that. Sir, you are the best judge. I am sure you know the product. I'm sure that you cannot make a better decision and your family will will appreciate your decision. Satisfy that person's ego. That's where you will be able to sell. And finally, after the fear and the perception not working, the only way is pitch in for emotions. Medicines? Sir, if you don't have this medical insurance, if somebody falls ill, you will be the person to save him. Here you are not only playing with the emotional front because you're connected to people, and that is the weakest point which most of us has, other than the fear of things, right? If I have a doll and I have to sell it to somebody, I will just say, oh sir, just imagine how happy your daughter would be seeing this doll, or maybe your sister or somebody else. So play with fear, play with perceptions, and play with emotions. These are the three best ways of selling any product that is existing in the market, even your own ideas and even your own feelings. So I would say this is something which I have learned from my experience and learnings from the sales pitch. And I really hope that this is something which will help you also in pitching your ideas, emotions, and products too. Rahul.
Okay. Hasanuddin sir. Fawad, are you there? Hasanuddin ji?
Sir,
Okay. Would you be interested?
sure, sir. Yes.
Okay. Fawad? Fawad, can you switch on your video if it's possible? Pranati, you were the seller the first time, right? Like you were on the trying to convince. Okay. Hasanuddin sir,
Yes.
the topic or the scenario for you is Pranati is your daughter, and okay, the common scenario I would say she likes someone who is maybe out of your community or something. Let's see how Pranati goes about, or Hasanuddin sir, or let's say Hasanuddin sir, you have seen a good match for your daughter Pranati, which you think will be the right fit for her. How would you go about convincing her? Uh, Hindi is also okay, sir. Pranati, you okay with Hindi? Pranati, unmute please.
Yes, sir.
Pranati, you okay with Hindi?
I'm okay
You can
with
understand.
English, sir. I can understand.
Okay,
Yes.
Hasanuddin
Yes.
sir. Hindi, English, anything is
Okay.
okay.
Okay. बेटे प्रणति, जो आप मुझे बता रहे थे, what you are telling me about your liking of a boy for your as a life partner, I want to suggest you something, bete.
Yes.
I have a lot of experience more than you about life. I have seen many cases. I also have records, bete, the love marriages, about love marriages statistics. Based on those statistics, I am talking to you. I'm not talking to you with a very, emotional basics. It's better. See, nowadays, what is happening? Children are really getting tempted. I call it an attraction of this age, infatuation or something. With that mindset, children, I'm sure they are not able to decide their lives very well. They are either they are putting themselves into traps, or being cheated by the wrong people. I don't know how you have taken this decision to choose him as your partner, but better I have a good proposal for you. Based on my experience, I have selected him. The benefits, better I want to tell you is he is better employed, a better salary, and he is from our own family relations who can understand our family ethics, values, our cultures, our tastes and hobbies. I think he can understand you much better than what you have selected for you. I don't know about that guy, but I would suggest you not to go for that and try to obey your parents' decision for you. Would you like to talk something about this?
Yes, father. I want to first tell that would you see if I'm happy, or would you see if I'm economically stable? Obviously, you would tell that you wanted me to be happy. So I think in a situation that you should see my happiness, and not if I'm like economically stable. That's the reason I want you to. And then next is I think if I would be happy, then you would be happy. That's the reason I like. And then next is I would like to compare myself in the future me, that the happiest me can be the best of me, but not like the economical stable me would not be happy. So I think you should consider the happy me, which is like the best of me. That's the reason I introduced him to you, father.
Bete, see, what I mean to say is a good earning person means that shows how aimed he is about his life. He had a strategy for his life, and the position he reached today is not by chance or by luck. It is by his mere vision about his uh, career. That's what I want in my daughter's husband or my son-in-law, a vision for his life, a discipline, a character that makes him a good person in the society. And I'm sure that kind of person with discipline, with a vision, can keep you more happier than a person uh, without job now. The person you are choosing, I think he doesn't have a job now. Maybe I don't know he has a vision for his career or no. As a father, bete, I would see a stability of a person first, rather than his, the attractions about her spouse or all. No, I don't, bete. Even the person, the boy I am suggesting you, even if he doesn't have a good salary, I would say that if he has a vision for his life, I would propose you as a best choice. Please stop.
Wonderful, sir. I think we'll stop it there because
Okay.
these are discussions, these are real life discussions. Frankly, why
Okay.
I rather intentionally put this point across is because, uh, okay, I'm just being open here and being friendly with me, friendly with you all. This is a discussion that we have had over 12 years back. This is a kind of discussion that me and Pragya, before we got married, ours was a love marriage for so almost 9 months or over a year almost. We
Oh,
had these kind of discussions in our families, and wonderful stability and calmness, I would say, Hasanuddin sir. Pranati, again, with regard to the logical approach that you wanted to put across, rather than just filmy dialogues, which often becomes the case.
Exactly.
Uh,
Logic comes
it was
first
it,
for me.
it was a very calm, composed approach. Again, these are hypothetical situations, and you're not his daughter, so the approach and all those things could be very different. But why I intentionally wanted something like this is because there are very subtle aspects where many a times relationships are completely broken down. Even in a husband spouse discussions that happen, it's not about someone winning or losing. We often make it a point where we are playing a game. In the game of persuasion, we often make it a game. It's not about someone else losing. Your real victory will be when the other person understands and stands by your idea, is convinced by your idea. And that is what we're talking of. The ability that we need to build, the skills that we need to build is about how that person can say, okay, I understand, rather than, okay, the difference.
Yes.
Or you, after your point is not being put across in a well way, or your point, the other person is not understanding your point, it need not be always. Persuasion is not just about getting across our idea to someone else. When we have active listening to what the other person is thinking or what the other person's perspective is, when we keep that also in perspective, there's a possibility for us to learn and upgrade and update our own thought process, our own thought with regard to what we are doing and how we are doing it. And do we have to really convince the other person, or is it that I have to convince myself first? Many a times you have seen people trying to convince the entire world or try to change someone else while they are not in control of who they are, while they themselves are not convinced about this idea. And that's where the biggest challenge lies. Here again, I don't want to get into the intricate details of this discussion that happened, but what I wanted to tell was there's a calmness, there's an approach which is required. Like Hasanuddin sir said, I have a lot of statistics, I have a lot of research about how love marriages are failing, or something which he had concrete. But let me tell you one thing. In cases like this, especially, it's not the statistics which are talked about in the discussion. To convince either from your side or from Pranati's side, either side, the idea that has to be driven is talk about a personal example. That is what will convince other person, if there is any chance. Otherwise, today's youth, just like 12 years, when I was told the same thing, लव मैरिज बर्बाद हो जाते हैं, कुछ नहीं होता है, कहीं नहीं जाती है, सब जाके लोग हंसेंगे, ये है वो है, सोसाइटी क्या कहेगी. एट दैट पॉइंट इन टाइम, इफ यू वर टू टेल मी ऑल दिस, मेरे को यही करना है, मैं ये सोचता हूं मेरे को यही करना है. दैट इज माई थॉट प्रोसेस. एंड इफ देयर वर एनी पॉसिबिलिटी ऑफ एनी एग्जाम्पल दैट वाज गिवन, ये देखो आपका दोस्त है, इसको क्या प्रॉब्लम हुई थी, क्यों प्रॉब्लम हुई थी, आप अभी जाके जोश में कर देते हो. बाद में जैसे हसनुद्दीन सर ने बोला था कि स्टेबिलिटी नहीं है, व्हाट आर हिज प्लान्स. इवन हसनुद्दीन सर कैन हैव ओपननेस, लेट मी टॉक टू हिम, लेट मी अंडरस्टैंड, आई माइट हैव सम प्रपोजल, इट्स ओके, बट इफ आई फाइंड दैट पर्सन जेन्युइन, आई एम विलिंग टू डिस्कस. अरे मुझे वो उस बंदे में दिखता है वो स्टेबिलिटी और काम, एंड ही कैन टेक यू फॉरवर्ड एंड मेक यू हैप्पी, नॉट नाउ, 10 years later, if he can keep you happy, that is something that I'm talking of. And where the balance happens, you are also not very rigid on what you're thinking, or Pranati is also not just rigid given her age and the changes that happen and the attraction that happens at that age. If she's also not rigid based on just the ideology of attraction, you can be matured enough. Like I was, I had a lot of maturity, and that's where I was calm. I tried to persist over 1 year, and after which eventually things panned out. So that rigidness has to go off, and openness about any possibility has to come in while we're talking of persuasion. Last we have Fawad. Fawad, another 10 minutes. If Fawad is interested, we'll go with him. Otherwise, I'll just share with you the 6 principles that I had in mind that I wanted to share about how, if used, these principles can help you in making your persuasion skills rock solid, in which you can win any argument without putting anyone else down. I'm sorry, there's someone who's just joined in. We'll just wait to see if they rename themselves or they say who they are. Okay. Fawad, I think he's not responding. So in the meantime, what I'll do is,
Actually, I have not sold anything. I would like to give it a try.
okay, sure. Okay. Khushi, Akash. Akash, what can we give to you? You are special. You are already booked up. Okay, Akash, the topic for you is, you are an insurance agent, and I already have a life insurance policy. Go ahead, sell me an insurance policy.
You are already having one.
I already have a life insurance policy.
Okay.
Now you are a life insurance agent.
Yeah. Good evening. Good evening, sir. Actually, Mr. Rohit gave me your contact. So I wanted to tell you that there is a nice policy which has come recently.
One second. Which Rohit? I do not know any Rohit.
He told me like he's your friend Rohit Badnagar. Yeah.
Okay. God, I remember. I know him 20 years back. I remember. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So recently we are having good policies. Like, I'll tell you what is the premium amount and everything.
No, but I already have a policy, Akash. I think I'm not requiring one right now.
Yeah,
I already have one.
Yeah, I agree with you. Like, it's better to have one more. Like, it will not be like फायदा नहीं है तो नुकसान भी नहीं है. Like, it won't be any loss if you
Nuksan,
purchase one
if
more.
I have a policy and if I'm paying the premium, that's a nuksan, right? I already have one policy.
Yeah, I agree with you. You are having already a policy.
Okay then.
But,
Thank you. Go ahead, Akash. Go ahead.
Can I? Okay.
Go ahead. Akash, go ahead.
I'm unable to think of like anything a point.
Khushi, you can give it a try. Go ahead.
Since you already mentioned, it's good to know that you realize that it's important to get yourself insured. But then, don't you think all of us have only one life? And
One policy,
the
one
life is
life.
very
That's my
precious.
philosophy.
Yeah, but then God forbid that shouldn't happen. But then if we take insurance to secure our family, right? So what if you have two policy covers? Your family will be more secure, right?
But my monthly income doesn't support paying that premium. So much double premium isn't
Our premium
supported.
is very economical. Our premium is that's the main benefit of our premium. It's very economical, and we make sure that all sorts of people can buy it. Yeah.
But if it's so low, I'm really worried whether you'll be able to pass the claim when my family comes to you, because I've seen a lot of scams like this. They tell the premium is less, and then when the claim comes, because I won't be there, that's when my wife will come for a claim, right?
Our company is established from 25 years, and you could see our past records that we haven't really done that. So I can definitely assure you for that.
Okay, done then. I'm in the paucity of time, I'm just stopping here. But yeah, I do get a lot of these calls, and the first thing I say, thank you. Okay, first thing, Akash, good try with regard to the way you started, but you were short of ideas. Obviously, this isn't your profession, so you don't know the approaches or the details which need to be told as a hook. Now here, Khushi started with a good line. He appreciated me that I already have an insurance policy. That makes me rise up. She makes me feel good that I have this policy. She makes me think I am wise. Understand the effect that it has on the other person. That is what you need to do to hook the other person. That you already know insurance is a good thing. And that's when you're talking, when one is there, I think two will give you a better security. She look at the logical approach to her thought process, and that is what I loved about it. Khushi, I like the approach, but obviously, again, you are also not in that field. Otherwise, you can talk about mortality rate or the rate at which the number of cases which are approved. So those are things where you can talk vis-a-vis other companies and try to sell your product. So again, obviously, once you get into the technical details, you'll be able to do those. But otherwise, it's a good approach. One very basic thing when you talk about persuading is to make the other person important, to build that personal connection with the other person where that person feels important and he feels good about himself. And that's where, like Pragya was talking about, the hair or selling a comb to someone, that's what we're talking. Okay, you might not be having the hair, but she's talking about how you can still take care of others. Here, in this case, you did something which is good. Pragya, would you like to add anything?
Yeah, so if we have a case like this where you're talking about selling a policy, what we can do is see different points that we can counter to him saying that I already have a policy. For example, you can say, sir, that we have a very low premium and we also have a policy of immediately passing the transferring the amount to the person who's the nominee, so that they don't have to suffer with any of the losses that they are facing at that point of time. So one is that, because that's the emotional front. When it comes to logical front, you can use that, sir, it's okay if you have a policy, why don't you take it for your wife? She's also important to you, and it would be good if even she has something for future. What if something happens to both of you? Your kids will be in a much safer on a much safer side. So you're playing with the emotional aspect of her of the wife, logical side of that too. And you can also say that, yes sir, we totally understand that you are filling, because he's saying that he's filling a premium. So you can just say that, sir, we also have a facility that if you have something like that, we can add that premium on a discounted price because you've already paid that. We will work on transferring, our team managers work on transferring that premium amount to our company, and we work according to that. So you will not have to pay anything extra for that particular amount, so that it will save money for you right now also, and we will give you 100% return on your whatever amount you're paying us as a premium. So that will add to your that will relieve your concerns of the people not getting it. So these what you should do is just keep all these 3 points in mind and target the answers on all these points. Either it should be you, Either it should be your emotional connection or just a logic which I can go through. The logic can be money, the logic can be convenience, the logic can be something you're adding to it which the other person is not giving. So you could have just told that, sir, if it is not necessary that something happens to you only, we also have a facility of attaching this life insurance to a medical help. So if you're seriously ill, we will also provide you some financial help at that point of time also. So that way you could just connect to it, connect your policy or the important points which others are not offering. That way you could have convinced him to come back to you.
Okay, quickly just sharing a simple idea that we had with regard to the 6 principles. I'm here again, we are getting into technical aspect now, just sharing these quickly in 5 minutes, and then we'll wrap up the session for today. Can you see my screen? Akash, Khushi, you can see the 6 principles, right? Okay, perfect. So what I'll be doing is quickly talking about these 6 principles, which are at the core of how in different models you can help in persuasion. So the first thing is reciprocity, where we're talking of, as a human being, we have an obligation to give when we receive. Here in the case of father and mother and father and daughter, Khushi and Chetan, the case that you played, wherein you can always talk about what you did or what you're doing. Let me do this thing to you, and maybe today when times are bad, let's stick to the family, and for everyone's safety, let's all go together this time. 2 months later, you can go with your friends. I can give you the permission for that. So in that way, it's a mutual win-win situation, because as a human being, the first thing that happens is when you feel the obligation to give when you receive things. And that's what you have to use in persuasion. The impact, as an example, in a restaurant, if you're going, if someone comes at the end and gives you extra coffee or extra gift or something which is special, which is personalized and unexpected to you, there's a high likelihood that you'll give him a more tip. The tip will be a little more than what you were to give. That's because you have got something extra. And that's where you believe in giving something extra back. That's the human tendency. And that's why we're talking of the idea of reciprocity, where you are the first to give and then you can start expecting. That's the human nature. Second thing, once again, scarcity. People don't just want things, they want things which are not available in abundance or which are not going to be available very soon. You look at all these promo offers which happen in a lot of shopping, which happens like Amazon sale or big billion sale and all those things. What are you persuading them? You're persuading them to do something right now, because 7 days later, this offer won't be there. You will not get any cheaper than this for the next 365 days if you're not buying something right now. What are you doing? You're creating a scarcity. You're creating a situation where they're compelled to act at this point in time. And that is where they start acting, because they know 7 days later, if they want to buy the same thing, maybe even after 3 months, they don't need it now. But if after 3 months they have to buy the same thing, they will have to give something which is more than what they're getting it at as today. And that's where you're compelling others to act now. So again, one of the examples that someone else used, don't just talk about the benefits, talk about what's unique and what are you to lose if you don't act now. That's the power of building an environment where you're creating scarcity, at least a perceived scarcity. Third, authority. Like I told at the start, wearing a coat. Or do you see many doctors, wherever you go, they have a big certificate printed right behind a chair, diploma from UK or whatever you want to call. Or you talk of any profession which is specifically requiring a certain certification or a degree or something. They have that big printed thing, because once you get in there, you sit there, even before you're talking, someone just reads that and knows that this person knows something. And that's the power of authority. You create your credibility by looking at something and you build that image. So you look at someone's website, you look at someone's work, you look at someone's body of work, and you know that before you're talking to him, you know what to expect. you know that this person has an answer to my question. And that's where the business starts. And that's where people start actually looking at and giving a premium to things. So as an example, when I talk of just the same example, like the insurance policy, Kushi, you can say this example. While you're persuading someone to buy an insurance policy, you can say, sir, I also had the policy that you had a few months back. But looking at the benefits of the company that I'm working, or this policy that I'm talking to you, if you want, this is my insurance policy from the same company and I've bought it. What does that do? It creates a personal credibility that I have put my own stake at here and I trust this company, and that is where I'm asking you to do the same. Not because I'm going to earn some commission. I have done the same, and that's where I believe you can do it. A lot of people who talk about stock market advises, buy in this share, buy in that share, buy in this mutual fund. I have the one person who was able to convince me to doing something which I was not able to do or not able to commit to, because I always had a doubt. If I do this, what is it he's getting from this? He will be getting a commission, but is he willing to take the same risk that I am doing? And that's why the one person who convinced me about investing was the person who showed me his portfolio. He showed me that this is a mutual fund that I also have, because I trust and I believe in my research. And that's where I believed in his conviction that if he's able to take the risk, the same that he's advising, I'm with him. So that's what we're talking of, building your authority in things. Next, consistency. Look for small steps. Most often what we expect in a persuasion or in a pitch is that people will pitch in right away the entire thing that they have in mind, or right away do the entire thing. Even talking to a kid, if I tell him that he has to sit down and study for 2 hours, don't expect him to respond. Whatever you're giving him as a benefit, start expecting short-term, small commitments. You study for 15 hours, so you study for 15 minutes, let's see what we'll do. You study for 30 minutes, let's see what we'll do. This is your pocket money if you do this. But don't give him a target of 2 hours after he's not doing anything. Look at small, consistent steps. And that is where persuasion will work. You look at something transformational, it will not work on transfer, it will not work on persuasion, it will work on fear, it will work on the fear that sinks in of change. That it doesn't happen with persuasion alone, which is, I'm talking about drastic step. That drastic step will come eventually as a part of these small consistent steps. Next, liking. How often have you bought something because your friend has bought it? How often have you taken an advice from someone to purchase a bike or to purchase something, or which college to go, what to do, because someone you liked did that thing? So the answer is, people prefer to say yes to the people whom they like. And that's where what's important is people find connections. Here, sitting here in India, if I talk to someone on the roadside or someone in a mall somewhere, I might not connect. But the same person, if I meet him somewhere in Europe, what will I say? India, Hyderabad, Banjara Hills. Okay. Connections. Humans have a habit of finding connections when they are in an unknown space. That is what we have to understand in every pitch. You don't have to get into business directly. There was a research which was done wherein a group of MBA students were met to talk about some negotiation or to come to an agreement. One category of MBA students sat down, got to business. They said time is money, got to business and directly got into agreements or talking about negotiations. Those people had only 50% of the agreement. While there's another group which was told, you can interact with each other for 2 days and then I'll talk about what are we negotiating or what are we discussing about. In these 2 days, someone talked about liking a pizza. Someone talked about liking beaches. Someone talked about going or the kind of people that they love. They got to know each other. They found similarities in some form or the other. And then when they got on to sitting on the table to discuss business, 90% of the cases had an agreement eventually, because there was a kind of a rapport between the two people, kind of a rapport where you are innately following a thought process in your mind where you want to agree with someone because you know him or you like him or there's some common connection that you've found. And that is what the power of persuasion is. It's when you like someone. And that's where, whenever you want to persuade about anything, especially to strangers, don't get into business directly. Get to know the person. Find the common link. Maybe IPL, maybe Virat Kohli, maybe Dhoni, anything. Once that common link has been there, just because of that link, everything will get a chance to be convinced. Otherwise, it's purely business. What happens on most of the calls that we get? Sir, SBI loan. Thank you, Ragdo. While there's some who's a personal wealth manager who comes and talks about, sir, what is it that you're looking at? What are the targets that you have? What is the plan that you have? You. What is it that your vision is? Today you have, if you have 10 lakh rupees, where is it that you see yourself after 2 years or 5 years or 10 years? They put the other person first, and that's where they build the rapport, they build the link, and that's where the business starts. That's what you have to do in persuasion. You have to build the link, and then you become likable, and that's when the business starts happening. Finally, consensus. How many of you all have gone to restaurants and at the billing counter stood there and seen a box with donations filled and you have put in a little money? You put in that little money because you saw that box full. You saw that box full because the cashier himself had put that money there. Because when you see someone doing good, you also want to be a part of it. When you see that so many people have done so much good, you also want to do a little bit, your part. And that's where the idea of herd mentality, of what others are doing, are they doing it? Are they buying in? Are they liking you? Are they following you? And that's when they start doing it. Don't expect people to first do and then others to follow. They'll always see who all are following you, who all are buying into you, who all are looking at what you're doing and buying into whatever you're trying to sell or whatever you're trying to persuade. And that's where you see in a crowd where you have these big seminars happening where they talk about selling the program or doing anything. You have that always in a group of 100 people, you'll have 10 people who will be there as soon as the program gets over. They'll be raising their, I would like to do it. I want to do it. I want to assign. This offer is limited to only 20 people and 10 people are already done. What are you doing? Two things. Scarcity. This offer is only for first 20 people. Second thing, already 10 people are doing it. I think it might be worth it. I think it'll be something good. Let me also try it. That 10 people might be paid people, but you'll be the first customer. But the logic, the thought process is there, is that people like to follow by someone else doing first. And that's where you do it. And that's where you have to look at this idea. Again, I am telling you, with this, the persuasion of principles of persuasion is done. The idea is the ethics behind it has to be right. There's nobody else who's going to judge that beyond yourself. The idea is getting the other person to think or believing in what you're trying to sell or what you're trying to share or put across as idea. If you have an ulterior motive somewhere, eventually it'll backfire. At that point in time, you might still be able to convince them. Eventually it'll backfire. So when Pragya told me again, let me get back to that same example. Selling that comb to that bad person. If you're able to sell that to that person only, remember, you'll sell it for the first time. You'll make a fool of the other person for the first time. But eventually it'll come back to you. The form it will come back to you, I'm not sure how it will come back, but I'm sure it will eventually come back to you, because someday that person will realize a comb in hand and not a string of hair on his bald head. What did he purchase this for? So with that, I believe I hope you all had some really good insights and takeaways from the session today. I am happy that after a long time we had a lot of fun in the session and good to see a lot of smiling faces. Hopefully, you all had a little bit of learning alongside uh, the fun as well. Rabia, good night.
Yeah, good.
Okay,
No, I'm
go ahead.
listening.
Anything that you would
I'm
like to
listening.
share?
I'm listening attentively. It's not like that.
I know. I can see that.
And it has given me many, like I can say that I learned many of things today. How to reach the people, how to convince them, and what should be the approach to reach them. How and how to deal the situation as such. So I'm really happy and glad to be a part of this evening, as like all the evenings, and in future too. I'm really happy.
Sure.
And
Okay.
in other way around, indirectly, I got a hint, or as what you told me that in this session you will learn something, and you taught me indirectly how to
Wonderful.
handle my daughter as such.
Wonderful.
And I'm
Wonderful.
really thankful to you for this.
Akanksha,
Thank you, God
Chetan sir,
bless.
I'm sorry if I've got you late. We generally have these sessions for scheduled for 1 hour, but depending on the mood of it, we go for 1.5 hours or sometimes.
Yes, sir, it's fine. Actually, I have my schedule. Weekends are hectic for me. Actually, my session ends at 10:30, 11. But today it ended early. So
Wonderful.
I'm lucky to
Wonderful.
be a part of this session.
Happy that it ended and you were a part of the session today. Akanksha.
Actually something a good session, sir, where we were able to smile as well as learn something. It was fun as well as learning, not just learning in whole. So it was
Now I understand what happened in the last 24 sessions.
no, sir. Even they were good. We had some.
Relax. I'm just pulling your leg.
It was
Okay.
we could learn how to persuade others and especially our parents. So it was really good, sir. Thank you.
Wonderful. Hasanuddin sir.
A good carry home message for me is rigidness should go out and openness should come in. That's a wonderful message that I have really. It's an eye opener for me. A reminder.
Thank you,
Reminder
sir.
for me. Sir.
Thank you, sir. Khushi, Akash.
Yeah, it was actually very fun. Like we got to learn as well as it was fun. Like it was insightful. Yeah, it was good.
समझ गया सब cocktail हो गया मतलब आज.
And one thing, this timings is very suitable for me. I can say 7:30 is I will be in the kitchen.
I know. We were playing around with the time, but
Yeah.
what we
I
realized,
request you to be this with this timing.
No, we are planning to keep. Yeah, we are planning to keep this time only.
Yeah.
We are playing around with that time because what happened is that first thing, festivities, both the weekends, last Saturdays were with regard to the start or the first day and Ram Navami also being there. We thought there will be puja and there will be celebrations at home, so we wanted to keep it a little ahead of time. Other than that, and we also found a little bit of a challenges with regard to managing our 1.5-year-old kid and running the show. And if it prolongs, it becomes a little more challenging. So we are planning to keep it at this way only. Maybe some other experiment would be some other day, maybe Sunday afternoon sometime. But as of now, it'll be on 9 o'clock Saturday nights, like I've always called Saturday nights fun with all of y'all. Akash.
Yeah, it was a great session. It was like I got to learn a lot how to convince others.
Chalo. Khushi, convince.
Yeah.
Good to see you both on the same screen today, actually. Every time I'm often worried whether who's coming, who's going, and all those things which I keep seeing. Good to see you all. Fawad, I'm still waiting for hearing from you. Fawad, are you there? Muting, unmuting. That's okay. No issues. With that, I think we'll call it off. It's 10:30. Have a good night, everyone. It was good to see you all today again.
Yeah.
It's been 24 Saturdays. Next Saturday, we are celebrating the silver jubilee, you can say. And the Saturday after that, actually, the most important thing is the Saturday after that will be completion of half a year, 26 weeks of these sessions starting. So that will
That's
be
really
a
nice.
kind of a sense of accomplishment that we have, because what we began in the first session on May 23rd, we never imagined that we'll be going on for 6 months. Never imagined that we'll be having 26 consecutive Saturdays. We also had a few Tuesdays and Wednesdays. So in all, we have had over 33 sessions as of date. But it is good to be connecting with a lot of people. Good to see some regular faces, Akansha being Aka, Khushi, Akash, who have been regular for these sessions. We have seen a lot of fatigue with regard to the online sessions, because one thing is, already people are on the screen through the day most often with regard to their jobs or schools. And I understand the fatigue is there, but still, despite that, when you all keep coming back every Saturday night, it makes us smile, makes us make our entire effort for planning for every session feels like it's worth. Because the idea with which we began these lockdown sessions was, we didn't just want to make it like a fun game or something like that. We wanted to take have everyone take back something, a little bit of a learning. And we also have had so much of a learning from all the perspectives that you all have shared. With that, I think it's been a long night, long evening, long night. And I think it's Saturday night and the lockdown is over. I'm not sure of the plans that you have, but I have for sure, because the kid is still waiting for me. With that, I would like to sign off for today. Thank you, everyone. It's been a pleasure. And
Yes.
I hope you've had as much fun as I've had listening to you all today. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good night, everyone.
Happy weekend.
Good night.
Sure.